Legendary broadcast journalist Lesley Stahl is known for her award-winning reporting. Now, the news veteran is sharing how she found her passion for investigative journalism and the lucky path that led her to the world's greatest stories.
I was working for the mayor of New York. It was 1967, and it was Mayor John Lindsay. And I strolled into the press room where all the reporters were, and I asked one of the guys, "What do you do all day?" And when he finished telling me what he did, which was basically sop up all the gossip he could find and then regurgitate it, I thought, wow, how come nobody told me about this? Oh, brave new world, you know? And I knew instantly, it was that thunderbolt thing, that's what I had to do. And I set out to do it. It took me a long time. It wasn't one of these instant things. You know, my first story was Watergate. And I got onto Watergate almost immediately. CBS, let me set the stage. It was 1972. It was a presidential campaign year. And virtually the Bureau was empty. There were a lot of Democratic candidates, and each correspondent had his own candidate. They were all away, and then this burglary takes place at Watergate. And nobody thought it was anything. They thought it was a local break-in, but it was at the Democratic headquarters. They felt they should send someone. They looked around the newsroom, and there I was, the only body in sight. And they sent me, and quickly, there was an arraignment. And there was only one other reporter. I can see the courtroom right now. There was only one other reporter in that courtroom. And it was Bob Woodward. Can you believe that? And Bob used to say all the time to me, we became instant friends. He said, "Don't let them ever take the story away from you." And he kept saying in these long periods, these droughts of news stories, "Don't let them take it away." He kept reminding me. And I did, I clung to it. And then of course it was the biggest story in the world. So that was luck, pure luck.
Stahl's groundbreaking career reached new heights when she joined 60 Minutes in 1991. The iconic CBS show has produced some of the most fascinating stories of our time, and Stahl tells us why she loves the job and how long she plans to continue in her current role.
I had a smooth landing into 60 Minutes, and I was so happy there. I still am happy there, but for the first 3-4 years, I smiled so much at how I had landed in this clover field that my face hurt just constantly smiling. Not kidding. I'm not kidding. It's true. You are working with the best at whatever they're doing. The top producers in television, the top cameramen, the top editors. So you're surrounded by people who are challenging you. You're just in a wonderful soup, you know. You're an ingredient in a 4-star French restaurant soup, and we get to pick our own stories. That's hugely important because you're committed to every story. We get to travel the world. We get to meet, the top people in every field. It's just an extraordinary life. I think that I would like to do this until, I start to falter, either mentally or physically. And I've been reading about all the people who have done fabulous things in their lives, older than I am now. And I'm thinking even right now of Tony Fauci. And there are people in their 90s who are creative and writing the best literature of their lives, people discovering things, people in all kinds of fields, and they say that there are people who can keep going. So here I am. I'm keeping going.
For more on Lesley Stahl, pick up this week's issue of People on Newsstands Friday.